Alrighty, folks. It's been a week of funny people. Not very athletic people, though. And I really like some athleticism in my life. So I've been still hooked on the Olympics this week and really going deep dive into the replays on Peacock, watching all my favorites: men's gymnastics, men's diving, equestrian. I know I came out here and you're like, probably ex-military, crossfitter, certainly January 6th. But then you're like, this affected accent. British, gay, British, both. Basically means doubly gay, twice as smarmy. But let's get back to the Olympics, because I was really mesmerized, particularly with those the synchronized diving, synchronized pairs, and the Chinese pair who won, Long and Wang, didn't make a splash, didn't have a big wang. More disturbing because they were then followed up in the rotation by Justin Boyer from France. Huge wang. He did not do very well, unfortunately. And then what's up with the French people? I mean, I'm British, and British people don't really like French people, but I may have changed my mind after these Olympics, because that pole vaulter, I just feel lucky pole. So my takeaway from the Olympics is, and this week, I'm straight comic thin, gay fat, and Olympic diver obese. Which doesn't make me feel really good with my other passion in life, is being on game shows. And when you're on game shows, the camera adds 10 pounds. For some reason, whenever I'm on screen with people, I lose a foot, because I'm always placed on contestant row with tall people or averagely height people. And it's a thing I have. It's just, I love being on game shows. I just love being on game shows. And you get up there and you're stuck quarantined in some old freezing warehouse in Van Nuys. You have to be careful what you touch, because it was an old porn studio at some time. Just be careful where you sit. And I get out on stage, and it's fine, but I always revert to my Britishness. So rather than Band-Aid to an answer, I say plaster. Mm-hmm. The answer was, it was about school punishment. The answer was detention. What did I say? Whipping. Another answer, Kim Kardashian. Of course, I used the British term cunt. The other thing is, you get backstage, and I was sitting backstage with a bunch of people, Molly and Marco. We were having lunch, and Marco said to me, he's like, it was later in the day, 3:30, we'd been there since 6 o'clock, eating lunch, Subway, warm, disgusting, and that's a British person talking about American food, and British food is not supposed to be good, so if we're saying Subway's bad, it's really bloody bad. And we're out there, and Marco says to me, he's like, I think we're the alternates. I'm like, I'm not being a fucking alternate. I'm going to win that $10,000 and get on stage. So Oscar, who was the producer, he lined us all up, the people who were left. And he lined us up, and Marco was there, standing next to me, ex-military mustache, looked like he'd been in contestants row from the 70s for some reason. And he said to Marco, "You're pretty hot." He was. "Are you a model?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm a plumber from Los Feliz." Turns to this next guy, Eric. He's like, "Well, you're even hotter than Marco. What do? You've got to be a model." He's like, "No, I'm in HR and I live in Los Feliz." And then he turns to me and he just said, "Okay, what do you do?" And I'm like, "You don't ask if I'm a bloody model?" I did get on stage. I was plastered between two tall people. I looked even shorter than ever, and I didn't win. You know what? My name is Matt Harrington. I'm still not a model.